You see what I'm saying? I'm all about the facts. I'm all about, you know what I'm saying, getting down to the nitty gritty facts. And when I look into this case, I don't see anything that can incriminate Dr. Malachi Z. York forensically. I don't see it. Okay? So later on in this lecture, I'm gonna show you guys the conversation that I had with the supposed individual, okay, who was affected by Malachi Z. York. And I asked the individuals, just a simple question that really wasn't even pertaining to what happened to them. I just asked them, do you think it makes sense what the government did to Malachi Z. York? If he was really a rapist, why did they not put him in the same vicinity of the other rapists? Wouldn't racist white people rapists in prison with the rest of the rapists? So why did they pull Malachi Z. York out of the normal population? And not only did they say, we're not going to put him in a different section of the prison, they said, we're going to put you in an underground prison. People, underground prisons are for prisoners of war. Underground prisons are for prisoners of war, ladies and gentlemen. That is where people get tortured. That is where people get put under MK Ultra mind control. That is where people get killed and get cloned in underground prisons. That is where people get their memories deleted out of their brain in underground prisons. That's where the government took Malachi Z. York. So like I said, we all can put two and two together, people. We're all capable of putting two and two together. The white jurisdiction in Georgia is extremely racist. Okay? That is not rocket science. So if this man, Malachi Z. York, did what they say he did and molested these children, okay, A, he tested negative for chlamydia and herpes twice, and B, he was put in an underground prison away from the other prison population, people. Those are clear indicators that this man was put in prison for something other than rape. Okay? It's not rocket science, people. It is not rocket science. Okay? So when I started doing my own little investigation here, okay, I started doing my research, and I saw that this son that Dr. York had named Jacob, okay, this individual Jacob, he is some kind of club promoter, some kind of entertainment promoter. He's some kind of promoter for people in the entertainment business, okay? And there's these people right here on this website, okay, that was put up by the Moors. They're saying that Dr. Malachi Z. York's son, Jacob York, set him up, okay? So right here it says, Jacob is the son of Dr. Malachi Z. York. He hated his father for not being there to support his music career. Jacob also believes that his father is somehow responsible for his mother's death. May God rest her soul. Jacob's mother died of a brain aneurysm, which runs in her family. Her father and her older brother both died of brain aneurysms. Okay, so when we look at this information here, okay, this is just more videos that you guys can all check out for yourselves. And like I said, if I sound too biased for you guys, please do your own research, people. Please do your own diligent research on this case, because as far as what I can see and what I've looked up and what I've been told, okay, all of these accusations that were placed on Malachi Z. York, it seems to me like these are directly Jacob York's crimes. Looks like it all ties back to Jacob York. So like I said, people, just do your own research. This is, look at this. This is Jacob York with a gun, okay? People in the Nubian nation and the Moors are claiming that Jacob York is a goddamn FBI informant. So that's very interesting because this Jacob York character here, Jacob York, okay, he is tied with P. Diddy and Brother Polite. Okay, Jacob York is a chancellor at Electric Republic. Okay, Greater Atlanta Area Entertainment. Okay, so he's involved. He's heavily involved in the music industry, and we all know you don't get any kind of contracts. You don't get to be a part owner of any kind of record label unless you're willing to engage in homosexual acts or sacrificing close loved ones or friends. So when we look at what Jacob York was responsible for, okay, this guy not only set up his father for prison, okay, he also undertook homosexual rituals. Okay, this guy was involved in homosexual rituals. This Jacob York. Okay, that's how he got his fame. That's how he got his fame and his money, people. Okay, this guy is a sellout. This guy is an enemy to the entire black community and the country. This guy, Jacob York. Okay, this is not a game. He set his father up for prison. His father was about to set humanity back to the golden ages. Okay? His father did something that no man ever did in the past 3,000 years. Okay? So like I said, you know, everybody claiming that they know somebody who got raped by him, whoop-de-wop, wop-wop. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That you have that information, but just know where you're getting that from. Technically, is he say she say. Okay, when you go to the Putnam County court system information online, okay, you can clearly see in 2002 that Dr. York tested negative for the STDs that they say, okay, that he gave those children. So that proves that he did not molest those children. Also, if you guys want any more information regarding this topic, okay, like I said, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. Feel free to hit me up on Facebook, because like I said, I'm open. I'm open to what anybody has to say, what anybody has to think. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to think like I think. We're all different. We're all different individuals. We're our own destiny. So, you know, I want everybody to research this information and come to their own conclusions. Okay? This is also a picture of Jacob York and his brother, okay, engaging in sexual acts. Looks like with the female in the middle of them, also homosexual acts. Okay, so this just goes to show you what Malachi York's son, Jacob York, was getting himself into. Okay, this shows what kind of lifestyle that he was accustomed to being involved in. You see, this was the individual that sold his father out, people. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, you know, forensics tells the truth more than the word, you see what I'm saying, of a suspected person. Forensic evidence doesn't lie. Numbers do not lie. Logic rarely lies. Okay? What is the logic of putting a man in an underground prison who never tested positive for STDs. Okay, where's the logic in that? Who was trying to make his own currency and starting building pyramids across the continent again. So you put him in an underground prison away from the normal population. Where's the logic, people? I don't see any logic in that at all. So as far as I'm concerned, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Malachi York is innocent. Now, this is a conversation that I had with one of the individuals who claimed to be affected by Malachi York, and all I was doing was just asking the individual simple questions, people, and I couldn't get a straight answer. And it just makes me feel very uncomfortable and very wary and very suspect of these individuals that were saying that they were supposedly affected by Malachi York. Okay, I'm about to show you guys a conversation right here. Okay, so